Capitol. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the Senator. Senator from Augusta, Senator Hanger.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Senator has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the Senate. I rise today to pay tribute to the memory of Thomas Jonathan Stonewall Jackson. I recognize we've had some eloquent points of privilege here today. Yesterday happened to be Stonewall Jackson's birthday, and it is tradition that and this date had been reserved for just a few remarks. Mr. President, I've done this numerous times before, and I expect that someone on this floor has repeated this tradition here in the Virginia Assembly every year, perhaps 155 times, over 155 years, since Jackson was killed in battle and lay in state here behind me down the hall in this Capitol. And yet today is different. We all know it, and we struggle to hide our discomfort. Discomfort with people who have given disgusting voice and vile action to the racism and bigotry that seemingly respectable people have often managed to hide in their hearts. We are better than that, and we should never accept those beliefs or attitudes from anyone, no matter what their situation in life. What most people have accepted as a part of our history to remember, to honor, to memorialize, to educate, has been revisited and elevated the focus of the past, our history, in a very uncivil discourse. We can't change history, but we can debate whether we should erase the memory of our heroes, who in fact turned out to be just mortal men and women with the same shortcomings as all of us. How disappointing. We can, as is often pointed out, learn from our history and study the context of the actions of these people who were prominent in shaping our heritage. We can learn from the past generations that have shaped us all and pledge to do our part to provide a positive legacy for all of the Commonwealth's future generations, no matter what their race or national origin. We have a great facility down the hill, Mr. President, along the river, the new American Civil War Museum that should become a focus in educating current and future generations about what took place right here and throughout much of Virginia on our soil. My great-great-grandfather served with Jackson in the Stonewall Brigade. My dad served in World War II in the Stonewall Brigade. I had the honor of serving in the Stonewall Brigade during my own military service. Jackson was not a perfect man. As a devout Christian, he had conflicting views on slavery, but there is no questioning the fact that in his short life, he became one of the most respected military leaders the modern world has known, and there is no disputing the fact that he, along with 32,511 other Virginians, died in what they believed to be faithful service to our state. Mr. President, I move that when the Senate adjourn today, we adjourn in memory of Stonewall Jackson.
Let's come before the Senate.